Just listen. I know you don't see much on the video screen, but just listen. Frogs, birds, some crickets. No, this is the evening time. I'm in Thailand. The nightlife was just waking up. Oh, that's what you meant. I'm sorry. Yeah, the night critters are waking up. I can hear traffic far off in the distance. So I called this. Oh, hold on a second. No light on the boat at all. I'm looking at it with my bare eyes. No light on that boat at all. Sounds like a two-stroke motor, probably 60 years old. So, you asked me, do I live here? No. The roof of my house collapsed. Not the roof, I'm sorry, the floor. The floor of my house collapsed a few days ago. So I'm forced to live in this paradise place for a little while. By the way, I love the sound of that little two-stroke engine. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I got lucky. But I don't consider it luck. seems like every time something bad is thrown at me, it turns into something good. It doesn't seem that way. That's the way it really is. Every time something happens that most people would consider bad, like lose your job or girlfriend breaks up with you or go to prison, it turns out, for me, it's turned out to be something good. And so this most recent thing, with my floor collapsing and me practically falling through my floor, my house, I'm forced to stay in this beautiful place for $12 a night. So it's not luck, though. It's the power of the mind, the power of the spirit to create your own reality. Always just never let negative shit get to you. You always think, okay, what opportunity am I going to have because of this bad thing that happened to me? Anybody listening? Because I'm spitting the truth now. But I'm not joking. You create your own reality. Right? Am I? Whatever. What do you think? I don't like the word trust or faith or belief or believe. Those words imply not knowing. If you say you trust in the Lord, you say I don't know for myself. I'm trusting in something that's beyond you. That's something that's not you. But if you know that there is a divine creator, and and you know that you are a part of that divine creator, and you have the ability, all the same abilities as that divine creator, then you know that you can create any reality you want. You know, but then it gets complicated because there's a whole bunch of other people who are doing it too. So then you get these interferences with their creating reality. It's one reason why I kind of isolated myself, got away from all that, so I could focus on creating my reality without all these interference waves coming from family and friends and society. And I've had very poignant experiences with me creating what I wanted myself to be, being something that I shouldn't have been able to be. like an English teacher, or walking 2,000 miles in 6 months when I have flat feet and I had no money, hiking the Appalachian Trail. My point is, you can do anything you want to do, you create it. And then, but then if you have negative thoughts, right? Here's the problem too. If you doubt yourself, or if you start getting, you get depressed because your girlfriend broke up with you, or you lost your job, and you start getting negative thoughts, then you create these negative realities. And that leads into a downward spiral. And the only way to get out of it is realizing that you can create a better reality and not letting despair destroy you. Believe me, I've been there. 5 of you that are on right now, are you happy with your life right now? 4 of you, are you happy with your life right now? Just type a Y or an N. Are you happy with your life right now? 5 or 6 of you that are on. Yes or no? 1, 2, good. That's 30%. That's not bad. Any thumbs down? Any ends? Any no's? Yes. Okay. Here's a sure. Hey, Matthew. Matt. I was I was gonna call you earlier, just today. I mean, on Telegram. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of just really in a relaxed zone, and ah, thanks for watching, Matt. Hope you're doing well. That's weird. I had a feeling to call you tonight, Matthew. Just a little bit ago. I didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why. I just thought about you tonight. I've been super busy. I don't know if you've been paying attention. I mean, following my community page, but the floor of my house collapsed with me standing on it, and uh, and so I've been staying in this place, and Just thought it'd be really cool instead of just sitting here by myself, enjoying this respite, that I would share it with somebody. Yeah, Matthew, if you look at, I just posted photographs of the guys working on the floor. If you go to my YouTube page and go to where it says community and look there, you'll see pictures of it. Try to get this centered. I really wish you guys could see what I see. It's quite a beautiful view. Trying to get the water's really high right now. It's a cool view. There we go. Got it. Right now, it's probably about 70, 75, maybe 74. But where I am, it feels colder because I'm right on the river. I mean, I'm literally floating. This is a raft house. And it feels like 70 some nights here. No, don't be sorry about my house. I mean, it led to me, like I was just telling the owner of this place, I didn't realize how much I needed this break from just the stress of, being, and not that I'm complaining, but me and just the wife in the house for months and months, and she's not working, I'm not working, and most of the time was peaceful, but just the whole stress of it. And now look where I am. I mean, you guys look at the pictures of this place, and believe me, I'm going to be here for about 5 or 6 more days. So you're going to be seeing much more of me from here. Who knows? Maybe I'll just come live here. Yeah, a holiday, but I didn't know. It's like it's like the universe. It's like the universe made me take a holiday. That's what it's like. That's exactly what it's fucking like. Um, and to put it in terms of tarot cards, and I got this today in a reading. The tower came up, but it was because it was destroying something to make you so that you could have something better. So, the tower, the literal like destruction of a, a building, right? That's what I mean, that was the perfect analogy for what I went through, which led to something, yes, which was a blessing in disguise. Right. Thank you. Good, Matthew. I'm glad to hear that. No, it wasn't the foundation. Well, I guess it kind of was, but the main problem was water was getting under there and rotting the beams, the joists. Wait, what's that say? Hey, no, no, Anke. That's something I would never do. I'm from Florida, and one of the great things about Thailand is just never having to deal with cold, right? And but when I first moved here, I moved to northern Thailand, and I didn't think, I just didn't think it'd be cold there at all. So I left all of my winter garments at home, and the first winter there, it got down to depends on Fahrenheit. It got down to like 48 degrees Fahrenheit or 12 degrees centigrade, and I was freezing. So I'm like, screw this, I'm going further south. Kept going south until I ended up down here near Bangkok. And by the way, it's getting colder each season here. So this bullshit uh, about balls getting hotter. Balls. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Anyhow, can you hear the dogs in the distance howling? Oh wow, okay, that's really cool. If you ever run into her, tell her I said hi. I live in the same town as Eric Dubé. Do you know who he is? I've met Eric. Oh yeah, the frogs are. Uh, Speaking of YouTube superstars, have any of you ever heard of Eric Dubé? So I got together with Eric Dubé one time for a little meeting. Took us some selfies with him. It was pretty cool. He's a nice guy, just a normal, ordinary guy. He's pretty much the first person to ignite the latest flat Earth sensation that came about 6 or 7 years ago. And imagine my shock and surprise when I discovered that he was living just an hour away from me. Oh, here comes a boat. It's gonna get noisy. Yeah, but just search Eric Dubé. He's been silenced so much, but man, that guy's tenacious as a motherfucker. And he got himself back on YouTube over and over and over again. I know people say he's a shill or he's free Freemason, whatever. That's bullshit. He's not. He's a he's a good guy. Well, Dome, I don't know. I don't want to get into the details of flat Earth. In fact, I don't like the term flat Earth personally. I don't call myself a flat earther. I'm a globe denier. I don't know how these guys navigate with no lights. That's fucking crazy. Now watch, he's gonna park it right here, I think. This guy's parking right here. No lights coming in, no lights. And he's gonna do a perfect dock. Freaking amazing. That's some skill, ladies and gentlemen. The way he came in just now with no lights, cut the engine just right, and pulled right into a slip just perfectly. That's a real boatsman right there. That's somebody who's been doing stuff like this for generations. Got to give a hand. Give a hand to them. Amazing. Sorry, I walked away. Oh, get this camera to stay here. One of my favorite things in the world are hammocks. Wow, there's actually still people here. So I wanted to show the hammock because I wanted to talk about hammocks. One of my most, I already said, my favorite things in the world is a hammock. And let me explain why. When I was hiking when I was long distance hiking, and then when I was hiking the Appalachian Trail, I discovered that for $10 and for less than a pound, I could buy this hammock that was just like a net, a ball of net, and with that hammock, anywhere you were, where you had 2 points, usually trees, to tie off to, you would have this incredibly comfortable just cushion of relaxation, where there were rocks and roots and mud and everything all around you. A hammock lifted you out of that. And then there's the rocking motion of a hammock that sends you into a transcendental state. And I can't tell you how many times I've had spiritual experiences while hanging in a hammock. So I highly advise everybody to go get yourself a hammock and go out in the woods, especially if on windy days, and when you tie off to trees, and then the trees are rocking in the wind, and then your hammock goes in sympathetic motion with the wind. And if you lie there for hours, sometimes the animals forget you're there. They go back to their lives, and you see all kinds of things that you would never see just because you can lie there in that hammock motionless for hours at a time. Anyways, hammocks. Fucking love them. There's 5 of you tuned in right now. Have any of you ever heard of the double slit experiment? It has to do with quantum physics. It's called the double slit experiment. I want to talk about that. reason I'm thinking about it right now is because I often sit alone like this and I get these thoughts, just like really imaginative, like amazing things that I wish I could be sharing with people. And I have these thoughts like this. And I think, man, I wish there was some way to record my thoughts. And uh, and then it occurred to me, so then it occurred to me, maybe if I, two things. This, I can share this little, even though maybe you don't see what I see, but there's a peacefulness here. And I think it's going to come through the video live to you. This is why I haven't been talking a whole lot. I just want you to just listen. But now going back to the double slit experiment, as soon as I didn't see that comment. As soon as I went live, yeah, yes, Belinda, yeah, it is mesmerizing. As soon as I went live, I was being observed, which changed the nature of my thoughts. And I suddenly wasn't having these inspirational thoughts anymore until just now when I wanted to try to explain it. And so I started thinking about the double split experiment. So right now I'm doing exactly what I was wanting to do. I have these thoughts, right? But if you don't know what the double slit experiment is, let me try to explain it to you. It's has to do with quantum physics or subatomic physics. And what the experiment is you fire subatomic particles, whether they're electrons or whatever, at a target where there are two slits in a like a panel or something, and the subatomic particles coming out like shotgun style, just in a scatter shot. And some of them will go through the left hole, and some of them will go through the right hole if nobody's watching it. So, but as soon as you observe it, it collapses the probability of where the thing's going to go, and it changes reality. So my point is, when I'm sitting here alone, completely alone, without possibility of anybody else listening to me, my mind is working in one way, and then as soon as now, basically, I'm being observed, or I'm being, you guys are out there interacting with me. It interfered with it, but somehow I was still able to get out one of my rambling thoughts. That's a bird. That whoop whoop sound here, that's a bird. Now there are some wading birds. Yeah, that sound. These are cranes, or not cranes. Yeah, type of crane. It actually feels chilly to me. There's this cool breeze blowing from the north. Most of you would think it was really warm, but to me it's very chilly. It feels wonderful too. It's always so hot in Thailand. Get these days, it's just like paradise. Just realize that's the bridge. There's lights. There's three lights in the distance. It's a bridge. I just realized that. Well, I think I'm gonna go in and lay down. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, enjoying the sounds, listening to me ramble. Research the double slit experiment. I suggest a film called Down the Rabbit Hole. What the bleep do we know anyway? And that's the name of the film. And it will explain to you the double split experiment and much about reality that will blow your mind. So check it out. What the bleep do we know? Down the rabbit hole. All right. Good day, everybody. I'll probably delete this video, so I hope you enjoyed it.